Besides all that, B, what have you been jamming since the last episode?
Oh man, friend of the show, our first guest we ever had on here, Quadry Quadry dropped something like 2 weeks ago, I believe. It's his he put a little EP out, it's like bonus tracks to the Ask Magnolia project. It's called the Special Episodes Volume 1. He put out three tracks, intro, back jumping, and the robbery.
Mm.
And it tells like the story, into Ask Magnolia of like of the friend that ended up getting killed, I believe. And he talked about the robbery and just the aftermath of that. And you could show his little he had back jumping. He had a little OJ the Juice Man reference. He was like quarter, A. He put the A on the hook and everything. Got my trap back jumping. I liked it though. Quandary do his little flow, his storytelling. But then a robbery it was a short track. But that was my favorite track on it. I love the beat on there, and I love the little storytelling of the aftermath of the robbery. It was pretty dope. So that's one thing I listen to. What about you, B?
Uh, I know we both kind of listened to this, but Yeat put out a
Yeah,
new song, The Bell.
yeah,
My boy
yeah.
never left. It's like he's always just been here. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT of the YNs right now. B, I'm sorry. He is.
Hella B, he's a YC though.
Nah, he's a YN. Wait, what does the
Right.
YC
Oh,
stand for?
yeah, young cracker. Come on, bro. He ain't
I
no
thought it meant
YN.
Christian or something.
Hey,
Nah, he's a
nah,
YN,
nah.
B. Hey, honorary YN. Hey, B, he's invited to the cookout?
Oh no, 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 no. Man,
You
I'm hearing
literally
why.
told me that you was putting the apron on just for him to show up.
Oh no, I did not say that. Yo, the YN is that that term is getting it's getting too corporate, B. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? It's getting too
Is it getting
mainstream.
colonized?
It's
Oh.
getting colonized, B. You got the
Hmm.
whites saying it. You got people on
Uh-huh.
ESPN saying it. Come on, bro. They
Uh-huh.
use it in everyday conversation now. It's
Hey,
about
the
time they
YNs,
retire the
B.
word. We can't
Well,
be calling
hey,
Yeet a YN. He a
hey,
YY, right?
hey.
A young Yeet. I don't know what.
But all joking aside, he put out a new song. He's titling this album like, "Oh, this is the end of the era." It's called "A Dangerous Life." I believe this is the single off of it. He's been teasing the song. He dropped the song, really good song. He was hitting some little high notes that I didn't expect for Yeat to do, but he did, and I really enjoyed it. Honestly, as a Yeat fan, the resident Yeat fan, we'll be buying this new album on vinyl, of course. We'll be listening to this album on repeat, of course. And is this truly the end of an era? Because I remember one of my other favorite rappers, Future, saying like, "Yo, like this is the end of an era," and then he still kept making similar music that he was making before. So is it truly the end of an era, or like, are you retiring the bell itself? Like, what are we doing with this new track, Eat? I don't know, but I really enjoyed this song right here. I was surprised that you enjoyed it, honestly.
Me too. I was like, he was playing. I was like, all right. Then he got on the little like he did the hook and then he got doing it. What's that little singing he was doing? He was like, he
And my
did something
diamonds
on there.
major
Hey,
league,
come
something like
here.
that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, yo, that's kind of hard.
Uh-huh.
I was like, that kind of brought me in. I was like, let me play
Oh,
this
all
again.
my diamonds
I
speak to
mean,
me.
yeah, all that
That's
diamonds
what
speak
it
to me. Yeah, he was
is.
on there. I was like, this kind of hard. I had to play it again. I'm like, okay, I think I like it. And I was like, I'm embarrassed. I am embarrassed. I am embarrassed, man. So it's a few Yee songs I like, you know what I mean? But I did not expect it like this. When diamonds speak to me. That got me,
Hey,
bro. I ain't gonna
hard,
lie.
hard.
I played it a few days ago. I was in the car with my girl. Like we was leaving
Mhm.
Target. I was like, yeah, I like it. This
Hey,
this so hard.
what you say? She want to read that bell, but she want to get effed. Ding.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm like,
He re-
okay, this is
yeah,
hard.
that was hard, bro.
Yeah.
All right,
Well, B,
I give it to
what is
Yeet.
your next thing?
This is my
Hey,
next.
pause.
This
Wait,
my
wait, oh, you not gonna pause that? I'll
hold on.
give
What
it
I
to you.
say?
You said I'll give it to you.
I
Hold
give it to
on.
Yeet. He had a good
Nah, nah,
song.
nah. What you give it to
All
him?
right.
What you give it to my boy Yee?
I'm giving Yeet the props, man. The song was good. I give it to him. It's a
Uh-huh.
good song.
Uh-huh.
But my last uh what I jammed this week will be by my boy Papo2oo4, man. I talked about him
Mm.
before on the
You
podcast.
talked about him on the first episode of what we've been jamming.
And the song, I said the song, the album I listened to is Wintertime 2.0. See, I talked about
That's the one that you
Wintertime.
actually talked about the first time. Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So he kind of gave you the same, Pablo, he gonna do his thing, bro. Papo 2004, he is a rapper that's his tone doesn't change. He has this deep voice. The production, he works with Subject 5. this guy has a lot of range of production. Like he can give you some modern stuff. He can make it boom bap. He can give you like some upbeat stuff. Like that's what I like about him. But with Papo, he's gonna do him on all this production, and it sounds so well to me because I like the tone of his voice. And his rapping is not like, oh, he's like the best rapper ever, but he's a really tolerable rapper. The production on here stood out to me the most. He only had one feature. That's from Laura Apex. I don't know if you ever heard of Laura Apex. You ever heard of Laura Apex? He's a rapper from out the UK. He's dope though. I like Laura Apex. He's dope. I remember him back in the SoundCloud days. Um, but
Yeah, that definitely does sound familiar.
yeah. But this project right here, bro, I really enjoyed it, man. I don't know if he could do anything wrong. I didn't finish. He put out another album too that I didn't finish yet. I might talk about that next week when I actually finish the album. But this wintertime, man, he had this one track on here, bro, called Funk Doctor. The production on that. I just love how he flowed on that joint. I'm like, come on, bro, you gotta check him out. B. I don't know if you'll be a fan, but just gotta
Mhm.
hear him out. You gotta hear him out. Some of these artists I talk to that you never heard of, sometimes I just want you to listen to one song. If you don't like it, it's fine. I will not defend these artists. I just want everybody to check them out. So if anybody never checked out Papo 2004, check him out, man. He's really dope. And this is his last project. It was, what was it called? His last project, it's called Popaholics Volume 1. You know what I'm saying? It got a mixtape feel to it. But this one is Wintertime 2.0. And I think you guys are really enjoying, man. He's a unique voice out there. Go check him out, man. Papo 2004 and one. That's what he say, bro. That's one of his little and one.
What his little ad libs?
One of his ad libs, bro. But nah, check
Okay.
him out. Papo 2004. And this was Subject 5 also on all the production. Wintertime 2.0.
All
What you
right.
got, B?
I'm gonna run through some of the stuff I listen to.
All right.
Like I said last week, I was on the little young Jeezy kick. This week, I kind of continued it with one more album. I wanted to listen to TM 103 because I haven't heard it since like middle school or high school.
Hmm.
Went back to it. This one wasn't it for me. To me, out of the first three TM 101s, because I haven't heard the fourth one at all. I've only heard a few songs off of it. This is the weakest of the TM 103s, and I get where Jeezy was going at with this, but and I know I shouldn't expect like Jeezy to have that hunger in him, but it's like a lot of stuff that made the TM 101s and 102 special. It was like stripped out of this. Like, yeah, there were some really dope songs on TM 103, but this is an older Jeezy now, and he's more so going into that more mature path in his career to where it's like, and I also didn't feel like this album is subtitled "The Hustler's Ambition" or whatever. Didn't really feel that vibes either from this. Like, I'm not expecting trapped out Jeezy or anything like that, but you're gonna have to give me some bangers. You're Jeezy of all people, and so this one just didn't hit for me. Shout out to my boy RB Reyes. He put me on this project called Sugar Deluxe, but I believe his name is Kyle Dion. Really enjoyed it. Had some like funk elements. It's an R&B project itself. Really enjoyed the singing on here and the actual instrumentals themselves. Really, really dope project for me. I actually got to go listen to more of his stuff now because he is now on my radar. I love when my boy RB Reyes puts some artists on my radar, and I'm like, F, like this was really good. Like not F isn't a bad thing, like F, like this is I didn't expect this, and like why didn't I been hear this? But speaking of RB Reyes, this is another person that he kind of introduced me to, Alex Isley. She put out a new EP. I talked about her before, and I know you are familiar with her as well. She put
Hmm.
out a new EP called Win EP, and it's more so in that her like vein, like HER, like the music artist. It's more so in that vein of R&B. And so it's only like 6 tracks. It's like less than 25 minutes. Really dope songs. You could tell some of the songs on here was meant to be like a single for this project right here. I forgot the name of it, but I think it's called like Goody Two Shoes or something like that. Really enjoyed this project. She definitely, like I said, is in that vibe or vein of her. Really enjoyed this project right here. I got to keep going back to my music board, man. Music board keeps track of all my stuff. Next project, Burprint 2 HD. Been on that trap kick, like I said earlier. I had to go to another Gucci Man project. This is the project that he released while he was in jail. This was like during the blog era, like before, like he came out after this, and it was still the blog era, and he was still doing his Trap God stuff after this. But Burprint 2 HD, It was cool. But the first half, I think it's top heavy, and what it is that second half, it just becomes a bit disjointed for me. To where I was just like, this really isn't a consistent, cohesive sound that I really enjoyed from the first half of this project. And the last project I listened to, I know, guys, I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna land the plane. Uh, Propain and Slim Thug. Now, the project is called Double Cup. I was not I was not anticipating this project. I was not going to hear this project. But one of my coworkers knows I like hip hop music. He knows I'm kind of in tune. He said, "Yo, you heard that new Slim Thug and Propane?" I said, "Usually when it comes to Slim Thug, I try to stay away from it because Slim Thug he gets in that very samey bag for me, that very slow samey bag to where it doesn't he nothing draws me to listen to newer Slim Thug music because it's like what have I not gotten from Slim Thug before? He's not going and like doing anything different, kind of like how Paul Wall and Bun B have when it comes to like going on Static Selecta like production or being
Mhm.
with rappers. And so this project is exactly what you think it is. Propane to me is the star of the show with this. I really enjoyed him. He definitely reminds me of like a Killer Calione Jr. But yeah, overall for me, this project, I gave it like 2.5 stars out of 5 because it's exactly what I expected. Propane is the fun part of the project. To me, Slim Thug drags it down. And usually you have that like that balance between two artists. To me, I just didn't feel it right here. Like every time it got to Slim Thug, I'm like, eh. It was
He,
like, eh.
he was the unk, bro. He the unk on it.
Yeah,
Propain really be rapping. It's been a while since I listened to him, but he used to be rapping, bro.
same. I used to listen to him back in high school, him and LES. I
Hmm.
used to listen to both of them
Yeah,
in high school, along with like Kirk Bangs and all them.
man. Hmm.
But like nowadays, I'm like they're not doing nothing different enough for me to really like want to listen to their newer stuff because I'm just like it's
Yeah.
the same old stuff. And like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'll just say this: this isn't for me. There's gonna be people that enjoy this. What are some bangers on here? Yeah, but it's like there's nothing that makes me want to go back to this. But yeah.
And also shout out RB Reyes, bro. He recommended me some stuff, B. He
Okay. Okay.
hey man, he recommended me E Jones. He's a producer.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really dope. What I did was just to fill them out. I just listened to his top songs on Apple Music, and I'm like, yo, I'm rocking with this, bro. I couldn't get too much into it because of my son was like, he's not rapping. Sometimes I like my son hear hip hop beats because I play jazz for him. I could play like watercolor, like stuff for him, and there's
What's
no
watercolor?
rapping, like watercolor jazz or like some ambient type of sounds.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
guess I never heard of
and
that term before.
yeah, and he could listen to it and he'll be like, he'll be chilling. Like he'll be like, all right, this mellows me out. But if he hear like some hip hop beat, he'd be like, what a rapping at? So I
Mm-hmm.
had to change it because he was dead on like he's not rapping. Like I don't want to hear this
Mm-hmm.
if nobody's rapping. But I was rocking with the production man on this. I was like, oh, shout out to RB Reyes, man. So I'm gonna check out E Jones his albums. I just want to fill out a few songs. Like I like Rooftops. He had the Toothpick Boogie was dope, and Come Home with Me was a dope track as well that I liked on here. So man, dope shout out. I mean, dope recommendation. He also he tried recommend me.
Mm-hmm.
I already knew about him though. I talked about him on the pod before. Primo Rice.
Oh yeah,
Primo
yeah.
Rice. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I
P
talked.
got
Yeah,
gang.
yeah, yeah.
He
Because I
tried to
listened to
recommend
that.
you that one.
Because I listened to one of his albums this year. Did I talk about it this year? I think I
I'm not
did.
sure.
I listened to it, but I don't know if I talked about it on the pod.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I've been knowing about Primo Rice for a few years, but I was like, I
Yeah,
told
I've
him I
heard
already
of
know
him,
who
but I
he
never
is.
got into him.
Yeah, he falls in that like Larry June lane and stuff like
Mm.
that, currency. But now the E Jones dude is dope, man. I'm gonna check out more of his stuff. But shout out RB Reyes for that. I know he give you all the fire recommendations, bro. He
Hmm.
hit me up, man, and sent me something like he said he listened to the pod, and he was
Yeah.
just like, yo, I heard you listen to I was talking about different producers and stuff in the beginning of last week's episode. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot to talk
Hey, he's
about
giving
that.
us recommendations tailored to us. See, I like that.
Yeah, yeah, that
I
was
like
dope,
that.
man.
See,
That was dope.
that's a tastemaker for real right there. Shout out to Arby
Oh yeah,
Reyes, a true tastemaker. But
yes
yeah, that's been
sir.
about it for what we've been jamming. Let us know what y'all been jamming down in the comment section down below.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.